Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Pooja. By the time this video will come out, we'll almost be at the end of 2022, and I thought I will take this opportunity to talk about what I learned from this year and how this year went for me. In one sentence, I would say that this was the year for me when I realized that the hard and the good can coexist. Let me say that again. The hard and the good can coexist, they go together, they go hand in hand. Now, before 2022, I've had a lot of tough years, and it not has not been a very steady ride for me for different reasons. And especially in 2021, I was grieving. I unfortunately I lost a person very close to my heart. It was also around the time that I got a new job in London, and it all happened very quickly. So I did not have a lot to recollect last year. Um, this year, I thought it's going to be harder than ever. That's how it started. But I'm speaking to you guys now, and I'm grateful, and I am just in awe of how far I came away from that hard time. Things are still hard, but I don't know, I have so much energy and mindset to take on whatever comes my way, even though I did took on whatever came my way that time around. But my mindset completely changed somewhere around mid of this year, and this is what I want to talk about today. Sometimes we think that this feeling is final. How we are feeling today is going to last forever, and we will never be able to come out of this rut. But that is not the case. I am a living example of how things turned around for me. I turned things around for myself. I made myself proud. I made people around me proud. I'm trying to make you people proud. And I'm trying to make build a life that I always wanted despite what happened with me. So let's start from the beginning. Early January, I moved into a new apartment. Before that, because of my job situation, I did not sign a lease in London. What that meant was I did not have a stable home for a long time in London, which is one of the things that affected my mental health for the worse. Uh, in January, I got a very good apartment, very nice apartment. Touchwood. I when you come to my Instagram, you would see how I revered that apartment. Also because I got it after a long wait and a lot of struggle, and I appreciate every bit of it. I like to believe that I needed it at that point of time, and I was lucky enough to have that. So I appreciate it all the more. And I moved into that apartment. I have a stable home. I was very excited, and in front of my apartment there is a park. Um, Before that, I was running on the pavement. This is a thing in London, you can run on the pavement, but there are a lot of people around. In Feb, I I really had like again I had a very bad time. I was how do I say it? I think my company was not right. I was associating myself or hanging around with people that I should not have before. There are two kind of people in this world. I do not believe that all people are bad. I might be bad for some people, but the kind of behavior that was meted out to me, the taking advantage of someone who is vulnerable that was given to me, was not right. It was not fair. And there are people in this world that derive their self-worth, because they are always so insecure, they derive their self-worth from seeing other people um, have a tough time or not do as good as they are. So beware of such people. They're not going to bring anything in your life. They are just there. They have you around to massage their egos, and you deserve better. So around Feb, I was hanging around with people, and a lot of other things happened. But because it was so hard for me to feel understood around anyone, and I was also very lonely at that time. I had a lot of mental breakdowns, and end of Feb I decided I'm going to change this, that I'm going to try and go out and run. So that is what I did. 29th Feb, I think I still remember the day. And I just wore my gear. I always carry that. I had some workout clothes with me. I took them with me, and it was still cold, but um, I thought might as well give this a chance. Um, so that is what I did, and I don't regret it one bit. Sometimes we don't know what we are doing, but we still do nevertheless. And look at it, how far you come, right? Around, although I started running around that time, but my running wasn't that good because I was just walking, running, trying to make sense, just doing enough. And I was also not running consistently. But I did try. Tried. I had a space to myself, but it was still not like very, I would say, power packed running. It was just very normal, brisk walking between, then running. And I did not have like a tracker. I did not track my running. I used to think that running with a tracker would really get to my mind, and it would not let me have an enjoyable time. That would change later, but we'll get into that. But then that happened, and I was still very lonely. It's difficult especially for a person who is depressed and going through so much, to properly eat or properly go to bed. I've always had sleep issues, so that was again something that was, if you don't sleep well, then your day is going to be very, you're gonna end up cranky, you don't think correctly, you find it hard to do normal tasks. All of these things, I am sure a lot of people who live outside of India, they deal with these things again and again. And because you're so far away from your family, so all of these things were happening. And I had a really bad relationship with my food too. Whenever you wake up late, you don't get enough sleep, so you try to make up for it by staying in bed a little longer, and then you're not ready for your first meeting in the morning, and then you do not take a breakfast, you start working right off the bat, and then before you know it, it's lunchtime. You don't know what you have cooked, what you're going to cook, and you end up eating something, or you don't end up eating, and it's only when you have sometimes between meetings that you think, let me just pull out something, make something. And it's a very crappy way to live, to be honest with you. um, that's what I was doing, and my relationship with food was very bad, because when I had anxiety, even gulping down a little bit of food would uh, make me nauseous. So breakfast was out of question. But early January, I made a tracker for myself. I'm so proud of this. I said I'm gonna take breakfast, lunch, dinner. I need to eat. And even though I have a slice of toast in the morning, even though my meeting is running, I can just say it's okay, I'm gonna do it later. Or just in between meetings, ask my colleagues to just like, I'm gonna grab a bite, can you wait? All of these things I started doing, and I used to take it, and very soon I did not need it. um, I got into a habit of, as soon as I wake up, I'm hungry now. So I would just reach out inevitably. And this is about habits. This is about inculcating, training your mind to do these monotonous things that we have forgotten to do. They are very important in our day-to-day life. Keep doing that. That helped, and I never stopped. And today enjoy eating so much. I learned how to cook new cuisines. I learned how to do grocery shoppings around that, and my whole day is planned around what I'm going to eat for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. And it is such a healthy relationship with food and with why do I earn? Because I want to eat. These are the simple things. I want to have a roof above my head. That is why I'm doing this job, and I'm so grateful to have been able to earn my own money, to have food on my plate, to afford a few nicer items in my plate, like the sides, and watch a movie while I do that, and click some pictures, put it on my social media, send my friends, what did I cook today? This is a new thing that I cooked today, and oh, I'm so happy with that me. So let's go back. Let's go a little back. Even though these things took a lot of time eating, around the time March, April, it was the worst of the times. It's cold, and I I still hang out with the same kind of people, and they don't understand me. No one does. It feels like it's the end of the world. It feels like when you're hurting, and I was also self sabotaging so much. I gave up on all my dreams. I gave up on who I am. I started acting out, lashing out. There was no one to, stop me from doing those things. Um, in the end, it's you're on your own. That is true. I felt very misunderstood in some situations. People talking behind your back. uh, I don't bother about those things anymore because it doesn't matter. That was in the past. But around this time, one of my very close friends, Apurva, she visited me from Amsterdam, and she is just the sweetest person ever. She has known me from uni. We go long time back. We have known each other for like around 10 years now. And we had a very fun time in London. I showed her around. She was staying with me for a week, and she asked me to stop drinking. She asked me to stop going to these social places where people just try to make fun of me, and everyone is drinking, and I'm also there, and it's not good for my mental health. And she also told me very sweetly that, I know you feel that this is the end of the world, and these people think really bad of you, but I know you for so long. I know that this is not the person you are, and this will become irrelevant in a year or so. You might decide to move away from here, but people who have been in your life for long are the people who know you, so you don't need to bother about these things. Make decisions for your life. And she also helped me try to understand that in some situations I need to stand up for myself, and there's no one who's going to come. But she made me feel loved, and I am so thankful for friends like these in my life who make me feel loved. And also my partner, my family, all of them just pulled in all the energy to make me feel loved, and tried to make me understand that my life is still worth it. So this is one of the things that I wanted to mention because that made a difference in my life. In June, I came back to India, and that it's my birthday. Around my birthday, I came back to India, and I was so heartened, and I felt so a surge of safety. I have been feeling so unsafe in these social situations with people around me. I was living in constant anxiety of something bad is going to happen to me, because that happened. Like, I thought life is going to turn out differently, but it did not. And in a day, in just a day, everything was just taken away from me. So I used to live in constant anxiety of bad things, just waiting for bad things to happen or go about doing those bad things to me before something happens to me. But when I came to India, I felt this is my home. um, I celebrated my birthday with my family, with my friends. All of us video called, and my partner, and it was so wholesome. I really enjoyed it, and I did not feel that I don't have a home. This has been a constant feeling in my head ever since I moved there. I did not have a home, and I was just kind of getting volleyballed around. Uh, but I knew I have a home here, and if I decide if things go to worse, I can always come back to India. I have very loving people here who will take care of me. I am going to take care of them, and this is what my life is about. So, this is another thing that, like, I was just seeking out for connections, I was seeking out for safety, I was seeking out for comfort, my friends, my family, trying to feel belonged, and this is where I belong. I understood that. Yeah, so when I went back, in June, mid June, when I went back, it is at the brim of summer. London is very beautiful in summer, and last year I was not there because of different reasons. I had to come back to India, but I decided to run. Okay, I decided, oh my god, this is such a sunny day. I'm all pumped up, and this is also when I got my Fitbit and I got my AirPods. That made a difference in my running. And as I said before, I used to think that tracking my running would make it like a very stringent, goal oriented thing for me, but that did not happen. I checked how much I was running, and it was not enough. And slowly and very, very slowly, I tried to go a little bit ahead, push my limits, track it. And when I used to see the numbers, I used to get more motivated. So it was more of a positive cycle for me than a negative one. And I also was able to connect to other people on Strava who motivated me to run more. And I always remind myself that I'm not running to lose weight, which is okay. I'm not running to uh, not running to show people, or I'm doing it for myself. That was one place where I was doing all of these things for myself, and it slowly became a thinking ground for me. This time around, I was again in a lot of hurt, and why do bad things happen to me? But when you channel your hurt to your legs and just go for it, I can't tell you how life changing that is. Slowly my mindset started changing. My, what do I call it, my mind just opened up to things. I started decluttering my life. I started becoming more grateful for the little things. Another thing that I started practicing in my life was gratefulness. Being grateful for what I have and not complaining all the time. Not feeling like this is my life. This is what I was trying to tell you. Life can be hard, and it could be still be good. So July, August, I ran a lot. In August, my partner visited me in London. He was not getting a visa for the longest time last year because of COVID, but me and Dashnik, we enjoy traveling so much. We've known each other for so long, and I always wanted to travel these places with him. So I was so happy, so grateful he visited me finally. We did our thing. We traveled around London. We traveled to Scotland, and we made such fond memories of being together. It was a thing. Um, so why would I not be grateful for them? um, Another thing that running brought to me was, it taught me how to be alone, because I was dedicating so much of my time every single day in the evenings for running. I did not have any free time. Because I did not have any free time, I stopped hanging out with people. I also stopped completely abhorring social drinking. I stopped going out. I started staying in. And you know, when that happens, people drop you like flies, right? They don't care about you. They only want to have fun. Some people still had me in their life. Some people just want to have entertain themselves, and people stopped calling me to outings. But I found new friends. I found so many new friends who are more aligned with where I was going, and they are loving. They're still loving. They care about myself. They respect me. So I started hanging out more with them. But before that, I became so self sufficient in just being with myself, with my own thoughts, by running. It is like meditation. You put yourself in that box, you have to address your thoughts. You're running, you have to address your thoughts. It's hurting, you have to address it. You can't run away. You are running, but you can't escape it. So because I had my, because people stopped calling me. I had so much time. I was running. I did not have time for stupid plans, or gossip, or just talking bad about people. I I started taking myself out on dates too. So I would do theaters on Wednesdays. I would watch a new movie on my own, take myself out on picnic. I've gone on solo trips. I used to be very afraid. I used to be really afraid to get out outside my house because yeah, when I'm anxious, I sometimes get panic attacks on the road, and I'm feeling like the world is getting clustered around me. But that changed when I started running. I started feeling so powerful and confident, and I was all ready to go. I took some solo trips. I took some trips with my friends, made some new friends, got out of my fear of the social anxiety. I also started. I forgot about it. I went to a salsa bachata class for like 2 months, and learned how to do small talk, get your body out of your get inhibitions out of your body, which was also interesting. So my therapist told me once, sometimes anxiety is just a thought in your head. It is just a fear that your mind has cooked up. So if you have to overcome that, you need to tell your brain by doing things that your brain is stopping you from doing them, actively doing them. So for example, I was afraid to go alone, like travel alone. So I planned it out properly. I made sure I am safe. I made sure I had like safety measures around it. And then I took that step and I told my brain that it's okay. And I did it over and over again. And that is how I gained confidence. So you need to get over that thought, and you need to get yourself out there. So yeah, that happened, and that's how I learned to live alone. Then I because of running, you also get like a goal mindset, uh, in a positive sense. I don't want to go like burn myself out, but like I started becoming more confident and thinking that these are my goals. Okay, I need to think big. When I saw that just these consistent efforts made me go big, the the best that I ran was like 15K, and I never thought in my life I'm gonna do that in one day. And my speed is really good, and how my body looks and how I feel, everything just changed, right? Everything just changed in a matter of months. How is that possible? It is possible. So when that happened, um, I started more investing in my Bookstagram account, and I wanted to grow it because I was also getting traction and newer ideas. One more thing I would like to mention is before going back to India, I got myself a new phone, the iPhone 13 Pro. And before that, I was making content on a OnePlus 5T, which was 4 years old. I saved up for that phone. I got that phone, and around that time, there was so much shit going on in my life, but I only had that phone to look forward to. I had that phone, I was taking new pictures. I had some semblance of happiness because of that. And one night it was stolen from me. Just like 3 weeks or almost 2 weeks of getting that phone, it was stolen away from me. I remember crying so much and feeling like this was the only thing that was keeping me hanging, trying to bring any sense of hope in my life. But it was just a phone at the end of the day. I get the same phone. I got the same phone again because I had to. I got over that feeling. I walked the same street where it was stolen. I kept doing those things because my life does not stop because I lost a phone. My life does not stop because someone decided to treat me bad. My life does not stop uh, because of my circumstances. My life does not stop because I did not get the job that I really wanted to. What I'm getting to with this is we often seek out external validation, and that is how we live our lives. That is how we base our report card. But you need to build a system of internal validation first. How do you do that? Oh, look at me, I fared so well even in those circumstances. Oh, I am a great reader. I understand, like sometimes I do not read what popular books people are recommending or what is the most intelligent book to read today, but I still read and I'm happy about that. Keep practicing these positive affirmation and keep practicing them in real life. So um, that is how you change some things, right? Change your mindset. Yes, so that happened, and then I got a new phone, and then I'm creating content. It's picking up, it's different. Then my old OnePlus 5T wala content. So as you can imagine, I'm doing all of these things. I am taking care of myself. I am trying to fix my sleep schedule. I am taking care of groceries, cooking every single day, making content, running. I also started swimming on 2 days. So I used to teach myself how to swim again, and in a matter of 2 or 3 months I did that. Then I am also trying to call my friends, have a relationship with my family, call them every single day, have a relationship, manage a long distance relationship, cultivate healthy friendships, all of these things. And these take a lot of time. So when I made myself so busy, I did not have time for any bullshit. I did not have time for my own bullshit. Uh, Anytime I catch myself speaking something that is not true to myself, I would tell myself, this is bullshit. Please move away from it. Do not waste your time. You're gonna find this out 10 days later that this was bullshit. Would you waste these 10 days for yourself? No. Just get it out, rip the band aid today. That's bullshit, okay? What is it that you actually want to do? What is it that you're actually getting to with this statement? Right. So when I made myself busy, I made myself this busy, I could see that how a growth mindset just brings so much to your life. It's just being grateful for the little things, but also aiming for the stars. And as I'm speaking today at the end of this year, I'm so grateful that I have a YouTube channel, and I um, build my brand from like 13K. At the beginning of the year I had 13K followers, and now I have 52K followers, which is amazing. I never thought that that's where I'm going to end, and I will have a YouTube channel. I will talk so much to a camera. I never thought all of these things. So you need to keep an open mind. No feeling is final, as I said at the starting of this video. No feeling is final. You never know where your life takes you. If you feel that you never felt what bad things happen to you in your life you never imagined, you also cannot imagine what good things are waiting for you. So keep working on yourself, be consistent, believe in yourself, do not lie to yourself. And as a parting note, I wish all of you well in whatever you are trying to do, whatever life you're trying to build. Be kind to yourself. It's okay. We all make mistakes, but there's always going to be a new day waiting for you. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my 2022 reflections. I have a few ideas for 23. Um, but as I said, I would like to keep an open mind, and I would like to believe that some things that I never imagined are waiting for me. All good things, but all in good time. Thank you so much. I will see you guys next time.